Hey, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Latasha James, and I've spent many years working as a social media marketer at agencies, in in-house roles, and now as an entrepreneur. In today's installment of Social Media Marketing for Beginners, we're gonna talk about TikTok. But first, a couple of quick requests. I would love to have you join me at my upcoming masterclass. It is totally free, and I'll have the link down in the description for you. And also be sure to subscribe to keep up with the rest of the series. Another one will drop on Friday. That said, let's get into the video. Okay, so to address the elephant in the room, let's be honest, TikTok is not my favorite platform. I personally use YouTube as my primary source of lead generation, but I have been experimenting with TikTok because, let's be real, it is a quickly growing platform. And a lot of what I'm doing on YouTube and even other platforms like Instagram or Twitter can be repurposed over there relatively easily. I don't recommend hopping on every single trend if it doesn't feel authentic to you, but I do recommend at least having a presence and testing out platforms that grow rapidly, platforms like TikTok. So let's do a little overview of the platform. TikTok was the most downloaded app worldwide in 2021 with 656 million downloads that year alone. In the US, around 43% of users are between 18 and 24, and 32% of TikTok users are between 25 and 34. There's often this misconception that TikTok is only for teens or super young people, but statistically that actually isn't the case. You can still make inroads with your target audience on TikTok even if they're not in a younger demographic. In fact, an average of 650,000 new users join TikTok every day, so there's still a lot of opportunity. Now, you probably already know that TikTok is a short-form vertical video platform, but TikTok has continued to expand its short-form video options. They're getting longer. Soon, you'll be able to record TikToks that are up to 10 minutes long, and you can also go live. So, what's made TikTok so exciting for users and marketers alike? Well, a lot of what excites users about TikTok is its trendy, fast-moving algorithm. Users are constantly creating and expanding upon existing trends, and the ability to use non-stock, actual top 40 style music, it gives the platform a competitive advantage over YouTube in that regard. It's also super snappy and quick, and creating content for the platform is the same. Unlike YouTube, which largely relies on polished, high-quality videos, most of the top TikToks are recorded on a cell phone. Instagram too has gotten more and more polished over the years, making TikTok a nice alternative for folks who don't want to go on a fancy photo shoot just to be able to post content. Besides music, there's also trending audio clips that can be used for skits or funny little sound bites, which are kind of fun.
Girl, don't do it. It's not worth it. I'm not gonna do it, girl. I was just thinking about it. I'm not gonna do it. I did it.
So like all social platforms, TikTok has a set of profile elements that you should probably fill out if you want to make the most of your account. For your username, try using one that's either your name or your business name. Assuming that you're getting on TikTok for business purposes, you'll want to pick a username that you'd be happy with not only right now, but also 5 years from now if the platform continues to grow. If your name or business name is taken, you can experiment with adding an underscore, a period, or a filler word like the or official. Mine's the Latasha James. Also important to note that usernames are limited to 24 characters, so use them wisely. Your TikTok bio is much shorter than Instagram, just 80 characters, so you have to make it count. In my Instagram marketing for beginners video, I shared the tip to share who you are, what you do, and your unique value proposition in your bio. Now, for TikTok, you can pretty much use that same general principle, but just condense it into a sentence. A few examples could be vintage fashion marketer, educating through entertainment, makeup for mature women of color, online and in store, or social media manager for socially conscious e-commerce. You can also add a link in your bio if you're a business account, but remember that if you are a business account, you won't be able to use certain trending sounds. A great link in bio is comprehensive and easy to scan. Whatever you want your prospect to do when they click on a link, like booking a call or shopping a service or product, should be clearly presented and laid out in your bio. It should also be easily readable on mobile and easy for prospects to navigate. There are a lot of ways to set up a link in bio, which can include formatting an unlisted page on your existing website like I do, or if you're working on your personal brand, you could also try Milkshake, which is completely free. Love that tool. So a great profile picture doesn't necessarily have to be a professional headshot, especially on TikTok. It could be your brand logo or just a more casual selfie or picture of you from the shoulders up. Some suggestions for getting a great profile picture include using high contrast colors that make it easy to identify your picture at icon size. Remember, people are going to be on their phones. And instead of a full body picture, try a close-up of your face or a 3/4 shot that lets followers see what you look like a little bit more clearly. You can try something that communicates your brand personality and what makes you different, whether that's an upbeat shot from a curated brand photo shoot or just you enjoying a sunny day in the park. Sounds fun to me. TikTok, like Twitter, is a more personal, casual platform than some others that we've explored. So in general, I recommend using a photo of yourself if you can. So there's always speculation on how algorithms operate platform by platform, and TikTok is no different. But a lot of TikTok's popularity is definitely due to its unique, kind of addictive algorithm. What's important to remember is that TikTok cares more about what you enjoy than who you're following. So while competitors like Instagram typically prioritize your following list, TikTok cares about what you are actually watching. Their For You page, or FYP, is curated based on what content you've engaged with, how long you've watched the video, whether or not you've liked or commented on the video, and any other actions that you took after seeing that piece of content. Because TikTok focuses on how each piece of individual content performs in the algorithm, any TikTok you create could end up reaching a large number of people who haven't seen anything you've created before. This creates a great opportunity for reach, and it also means that you can focus less on feed cohesion than some other platforms like Instagram. Think of your TikTok account as a curated collection of individual content pieces instead of this overall grid. You can create covers for your TikToks, but you definitely don't have to. Because TikTok has a down-to-earth feel, you don't have to worry as much about an aesthetic grid the way that you might on Instagram. All that said, let's talk about some of the key features that you can use on TikTok. First, there's video. TikTok started with 15-second maximum videos, and as of today has options for 60-second, 3-minute, and 10-minute videos to compete with other video platforms like YouTube, my main squeeze, while keeping features fresh against competitors like Instagram. I always choose a longer time limit than I need so that I can edit the video down versus hitting the recording limit and then having to start over. Little pro tip there. You can also edit your video using an external editor and then import it into the app, which is my preferred method. I use a combination of Final Cut Pro and Descript, but many of my friends in the industry also recommend CapCut. I'm sure there's lots of other apps out there too. Something else to keep in mind though, one study showed that about 50% of TikTok users surveyed said they found videos longer than 1 minute to be, quote, stressful, while 1 in 4 of TikTok's highest performing videos fall in the app's recommended optimal video length of 21 to 34 seconds, according to Wired.com. Of course, you can always experiment with different video lengths to see what's most engaging for your audience. It's gonna vary depending on your audience. Now, live videos on TikTok are a great way to get your audience or viewers on the For You page to engage with you in real time. Live video isn't available to all creators though. You'll need to at least be 16 years old and have 1,000 followers. Creators 18 and up can also earn gift points, which are monetizable. You can also invite your viewers to join you alongside you live, which I tried accidentally once and it ended up being a very awkward experience for me, so try at your own risk. Okay, so TikTok makes it really easy to share TikToks both within and outside of the app by using the arrow symbol underneath a video. You can also export your TikTok to a video file by saving it if you'd like to repurpose it as a YouTube short or Instagram reel, but I personally use the website SnapTik to save my TikToks without that TikTok watermark, since platforms like Instagram have noted that they prefer we don't use content from other apps on theirs, which is, understandable. Now, as previously mentioned, a lot of TikTok's trends are based on popular sounds that creators make their own. While there used to be a Discover tab that showcased trending sounds, my method has always just been to scroll the FYP or Friends tabs to see what seems to be trending. If I see a sound I like, I'll click on the audio, save it to my bookmarked sounds to use at a later time. Just be mindful that you won't be able to use certain sounds if you are on a business account. I'm on a creator account, so make sure to check before you plan a piece of content and then are unable to use it later. Okay, so let's get into the most important aspects of building a strategy for TikTok. First, start with the end in mind. First things first, you want to be honest about your goals. If you're a business owner using TikTok to sell a product or service, reference your quarterly and annual targets to guide your focus on TikTok. Think about which metrics are going to get you closer to your goal. If your focus is sales, think about conversions. Are you getting people from TikTok engaged, moving them to your profile, link in bio, and then getting them to purchase on your website? Or maybe you should just cut to the chase and run some conversion optimized TikTok ads. Meanwhile, if you're a brand new business or creator, you will probably be focused more on awareness metrics like reach and follower growth. In that case, you're gonna want to latch onto lots of trends, probably start some of your own, and also post at a more accelerated rate than someone who's just trying to maintain their brand presence on a new platform, like myself. Next, think about what content types are going to get you closer to each of your goals and your brand values. If you're a social media manager looking to help tech startups, your pillars might be something like this: startup trends, marketing tips, and success stories from your previous clients. Once you have your pillars mapped out, you could start planning types of content. The only limit to your TikTok content is your creativity. Really, anything goes on this platform as long as it follows the terms and conditions, of course. Some popular choices for TikTok content include quick tips. You could share 3 reasons why your service or product is essential and then share some creative ways to use it. You can also use this as an opportunity to educate your audience about your niche, like providing insight on a new industry trend or piece of news that adds some more context. There's tutorials. You can always create both 15 and 60-second tutorials or even a 10-minute guide for a potential new customer if you want to try that. Using your product or service on camera makes potential customers feel more comfortable purchasing from you because they can see it in action. Behind the scenes. Behind the scenes content of your day or your business is a great way to just develop a personal relationship with your audience. It makes them invested in your process, shows them what makes you unique, and fosters transparency between you and your followers. And entertainment. One of the most popular types of content on TikTok is entertaining, fun content, silly content. It's pretty straightforward and tends to be more relevant for content creators, but this type of content is great to use trending sounds and create skits that are relevant to your niche or business. All in all, it's important that even if you're trying to sell something, you honor the nature of the platform, which is lighthearted and fun. Stuffy content is not it on TikTok, so try to think of yourself as a content creator, even if you're posting for a more boring type of brand. Now, here's the big question. How often should you post on TikTok? Well, some marketers will recommend that you post at least 3 times per day. TikTok recommends 1 to 4 posts a day. But if you know me at all, you know what I'm gonna say. Ultimately, this comes down to what is sustainable for you or the team that you're working with, because you can still see growth on the platform without this rigorous upload schedule. I personally post minimum once per week and typically no more than 3 to 5 times per week. I haven't had massive growth on the platform by any means, but I am happy with my follower base and know that I can always amp things up if I feel like my other platforms stop performing for me in the way that I want them to. Okay, so while your content pillars can serve as a great guide to make sure that your content is cohesive, you still might want to plan out detailed concepts for your posts. Whether you want to post a tutorial using your product or a dance video with tips for other professionals in your niche, make sure that you leave room for trending TikTok content. You definitely don't have to plan your content as far ahead as other platforms, so leave room in your content calendar for spontaneous posts. This is super important. Recent Upfluence data shows better engagement rates across different follower levels for Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok. TikTok has considerably more engagement than either of the other 2 networks at all follower levels. For example, Upfluence found micro-influencers had engagement rates of 17.96% on TikTok, 3.86% on Instagram, and 1.63% on YouTube. At the other extreme, mega influencers had engagement rates of nearly 5% on TikTok, 1.2% on Instagram, and 0.37% on YouTube. With those benchmarks in mind, you can evaluate your progress by assessing which goals are most important for you to hit. Are you selling a specific product or service, or just looking to increase your brand mentions? That'll guide you to the metrics that you should be tracking. For detailed analytics on your posts, just go into the Creator Tools section under those 3 horizontal lines in the upper right corner of your phone, or on desktop, hit your profile picture and then select about analytics. The first thing that you'll see under analytics is an overview of your engagement in the last 7, 28, and 60-day periods. You can also choose a custom range if you'd like to. The factors TikTok uses to evaluate engagement are video views, profile views, likes, comments, and shares. You'll see a number for each interaction and a percentage below, indicating your growth from the previous period. You can also download this data if you want to keep it for your records or share it with team members. In the content section, video posts show videos from the last 7 days in order of newest to oldest. Trending videos show the top 9 videos with the fastest growth in view numbers over the past 7 days of your views gained in the past week, plus your real-time stats. If you click on an individual video, you can expand your analytics in even further detail. You'll be able to access total time watched, average time watched, percentage of people who watched the full video, and reached audience. You'll also be able to see where your video traffic comes from, if it's mostly from the For You page or from your own followers, which I find to be super interesting. There are also stats for your live videos and follower growth. These detailed stats are great to analyze whether or not the people that are engaging with your content are aligned with your target audience. And you can use these analytic trends to pivot the type of content that you're making to reach the right people. So that's it. For now, at least. I hope this video gave you some insight into getting started and how to plan and measure your content on TikTok. On Friday, I have another installment of this series coming your way, and don't forget to join me at my free live masterclass. The RSVP link is gonna be down below. And if you like this video, it would also be great if you subscribed so that you don't miss a video. And with that, I will see you soon. Thanks so much for watching. Bye-bye.